for you to press charges on him, he's gonna do time or he's gonna have to pay money to get out of jail or whatever the case may be. He's risking all of that for you. The other day, my boyfriend gave me a black eye and it was my fault. After I realized how stupid I was, how I could have avoided everything, I got on my knees and I begged him, like, please do not leave me. Like, I am so sorry for what I did.
Wow, that video has been viewed 5 million times. Joining me to discuss Sam Shocker from Pop Trigger on Hulu, Anahita Sedegatpar, attorney. Mark Eiglar's attorney from SpeakToMark.com. Anahita, I don't know if you're having a kind of visceral reaction to that video that I do, but it's the exact opposite of female empowerment.
Right. Exactly. I mean, she's clearly, Dr. Drew, a disturbed individual. I don't think she's the brightest tool in the shed just by the way she was talking.
I have Romina Garcia on the phone, Anahita. You'll have a chance to talk with her just a second. But it still is a sad indictment of how some women think, is it not?
Well, I don't think that many level-headed women think this way, and Dr. Drew, I'm not quite sure if this is just a publicity stunt or if she actually believes this garbage, but at the end of the day, she's putting this nonsense out on her social media. She has a bunch of followers, God knows why. I don't know why people are interested in her and look up to her, but at the end of the day, her followers are young, innocent, impressionable girls, and I think this is totally irresponsible and dangerous, even if she doesn't believe it and it's just a publicity stunt, so she could be like,
but whether it is, right, whether it is or isn't, Samantha, you deal with the age group on Pop Trigger that is often watching her videos. It still is going to have potentially a big impact on them, no?
100%, Dr. Drew. That's what's so infuriating, is somebody like this has the privilege to influence so many people, so many young, impressionable young women, as Anahita just said, on her social media. And this is the message that she wants to put out. And I'm sorry, Dr. Drew, listen, first of all, I do have empathy that she could be suffering from battered woman syndrome, but she's also incredibly shallow. She says, I idolize Kim Kardashian. And you would hope that she would say that because Kim Kardashian, hold on, is an entrepreneur. Maybe she idolizes her because Kim Kardashian donates to charities, but no, she says, I idolize Kim K because she's super rich, she's super famous, and she's pretty. Barf.
Well, let's give her a chance to defend herself. Romina Garcia is on the phone, and she has these interesting views on domestic violence. Romina, why did you post this video?
Because I got... Hello?
Yes, welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. But why did you post that video?
I posted it because my boyfriend did hit me, and that was the way, like, to cope with it. I didn't know how to cope with it, like...
We're listening. We're all ears.
I can't hear you.
Well, we're not really talking. I'm just giving you a chance to tell us what that was about, why it happened, why you thought this was a good idea to give a testimonial that really defends people that perpetrate domestic violence.
Because I didn't know how to cope with it. Like, when my boyfriend hit me, I was used to making videos, and I was, like, so confused, and I had so many emotions going on because no one had, like, punched me in my face before, and he was the first one to do it, so I didn't know what to do, and making a video was a way to cope with it.
Samantha, she may not be able to hear you very well. We're having some technical issues, but Samantha, I'll give you a chance to ask her what you wanted to ask.
Romina, now that you're seeing things, thank God, from a different perspective, are you going to put out a video to all of your followers and let them know the mindset
Check on your tablet.
And that you, in fact, do not condone domestic violence?
Well, I know that if my boyfriend my ex-boyfriend were to ask me to go back to him, and I would go back to him. So I really don't know if that would be like me being hypocritical. It would be being hypocritical because I'm telling them that I don't believe in it, but I'm going back to my ex-boyfriend.
Mark, I'll give you a chance to ask a question. I mean, I feel bad for Romina. She really clearly needs some guidance and help. But go ahead, Mark.
She hasn't learned a thing. So here's my question, Romina. Your logic, if I follow you correctly, and all the young women who are listening to this, follow her logic here. If her man hits her, he loves her because he's risking jail. So by that same logic, if he slams your skull with a hammer and he's risking prison time, does he love you more?
Romina, you get that? So the more violent he becomes, the more he's risking, the more he must love you, by your logic.
Well, I wasn't thinking like that. I'm not thinking like that, so...
Okay, that's fine. Anahita?
I just want to
Well,
know.
that's what your words are saying, darling.
Well, but she's saying she's changed her point of view. I want to give her a chance to change. I mean, that's what we're hoping.
But she hasn't.
No,
I'm
she
just
has.
wondering-
She's not all the way home, though. But go ahead, Anita.
I'm just wondering, where did you learn to use the N-word like that and think that it's acceptable to use that? You were constantly dropping the N-bomb almost in every sentence. Where did you learn that that was acceptable and okay?
Well, I use it around my friends, and me and my friends will speak like that, so I think it's okay.
You think it's okay to use the N-word?
That type of language, it just comes out. Yes, I do.
I think a lot of people would be offended, actually, at the use of that word so flagrantly.
Anita, that's a wholly other topic. I want to stay focused on the domestic violence thing if we can, because I'm fearful.
Well, I'm not buying it, Dr. Drew. I'm not buying it.
You think this was all publicity?
I think this is a publicity stunt, and she's made it clear that she wants to be like Kim Kardashian, and I think this is the shock value she's looking for. And shame on the media. Shame on us for giving her this platform.
Romina,
Dr.
what
Drew.
about people who go ahead?
I didn't have to make a sex tape like she did to become famous. Like I got publicity from a sports figure that I made 6 months ago. So no, I'm not trying to make myself look like Kim Kardashian. She's my idol, like I love her, but no, I didn't have to suck dick or make a sex tape like she did to become famous.
I get. Maybe.
Romina, can I ask one more question, Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Okay, Romina, think of it from this standpoint. So if you have any sisters, if you one day had a daughter, don't you think it's irresponsible to put out those messages saying that if stay with your boyfriend if he beats you, that means he loves you? Do you now see how irresponsible that is, hopefully?
Yes, I do. Like, I see where you guys are coming from.
I mean, I got to go to break. I'm glad you see where we're coming from, but here's what I bet. Dads that are watching
No,
this.
she doesn't.
No, yes, listen. She's getting. Listen, it's not this. Mark, if people that are
disagreeing
but
with you.
Mark, if people are victims,
disagree.
hang on. If people that are victims of domestic violence could magically change their point of view by just having a brief conversation, my work would be very easy. We would not need domestic violence centers because we would just have to convince them of their thinking.
The
is
words
wrong.
are irresponsible.
But they are irresponsible. We're going to try to address something. And my first issue at hand is my bet is her dad was not in the picture, and if he was not a great relationship with her. And dads watching, pay attention to this. That we have a massive impact. Yes, we have a massive impact on our young daughters. I will ask her that question when we get back. We're bringing a behavior bureau, and later I'm not even going to talk about this because I'm deep into Romina stuff. So we'll get back to that after this.
I'm Melissa Knowles with the Daily Share at this hour.